Hi folks, today I'm joined by one of our latest franchisees to launch their business. So I'm going to ask themselves to introduce themselves and tell us where in the country they are working from.
Hi, my name's Paul Rye. I am working from Gillingham and Hempstead, which is in Medway, Kent.
Excellent. I love that place because that's where I'm from originally, although you wouldn't know from the accent anymore, but there you are.
Oh, really?
Indeed, in Chatham next door, which is great. So
Oh, wow.
Tell us, Paul, what did you do before you joined EweMove?
Before I joined EweMove, I was actually working with estate agents, providing services, as in EPCs, floor plans, inventories, sometimes helping with viewings. Sometimes, as in being out there with the estate agents, really supporting them with their sales and their pitching. I was very, I don't know what's the word for it, very mildly involved, and I always wanted to. I always wanted to become an estate agent. It was an ambition. Being with them, I used to enjoy what they used to do, and felt that I used to contribute, but without receiving any of the rewards.
Nah,
It's like sealing the deal. Oh, your guy Paul, he's great. You know what? We loved him, but all I was doing was very small. Parts, as in the products and the services, and that's it. And then, surprisingly enough, I met Damien in Folkestone, and Kevin in Erith and Belvedere, who are part of the EweMove task force. And I started helping them with floor plans and EPCs. And one day I was speaking to Damien, and I just said, you know what, this is something that could work. I've always wanted an opportunity to find an estate agent. I mean, I can't start at scratch with one of the branches, for example, come on as an apprentice, not at this age, with not my financial commitments. And I saw what Damien was doing. I had a chat. He told me that he was from EweMove, moved across to EweMove, and loved what he was doing. Then I saw what Kevin was doing, and then I had a number of chats personally. Even now, after I've joined, they've been very helpful. As I say, the names I should mention, because they've helped me a lot, is Damien, James of Bexley Heath, James Hillier, Kevin, who works with James, and my actual local neighbour, Prav, who runs Rochester and Chatham, who I've actually had a personal meeting with, and who's given me a lot of advice of a lot of the suppliers that he's used.
Very good. Yeah. Well, it's really nice to hear, Paul, that you've had that kind of help and support from people in the network already, even though you've only just started, which is fantastic. And I guess that was one of the reasons why you chose to come on board with EweMove, because you saw what other people in the network were already achieving.
Yes, it's you know, when you join an organisation that they have like a core. It's hard to explain. It's like it's like a family, when you're a family, and it's like having traditions that go back. There's that solid root, and all the flowers are growing off of it. See, I was once part of a trust, a partnership. It was from the northeast, actually, a company called Eager. I worked for many years ago, and they're a benchmark for this. I worked for them for only 5 years. They don't exist anymore, but they set up a trust, because we were all one big family. And I feel like I'm in another place, very similar now, where everyone speaks. You go on to, I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong, but is it the Flock? The Flock book.
Flock
That's
book,
it.
yep.
I mean, it's just great. Everybody's helping everybody. You don't have to look far to get some support and help. Yeah. And it's like being part of a family, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, I love your poetic description of the flower blooming. That's fantastic. And of course, we've been going since late 2013, early 2014, so we've had plenty of time to make sure we get exactly the right recipe for new people coming in, such as yourself, which is good. So now you've kind of got to the point where you've been through this journey of finding out about EweMove and taking a franchise yourself. What are your personal hopes and ambitions for your EweMove business now?
Okay, I look at this as my final career move. I'd like to build a business that takes me into retirement, rewards me for the effort I put in. I feel in the past I've put a lot of effort in. I've achieved a lot, but not financially. It's almost been out of pleasure. It's a strange way of putting it, but now I want a business that will possibly, even if I retire, there may not be a need for me to sell off. You know, I could, for example, if I have a good lettings portfolio, I could possibly employ someone to look after and manage it. I just want, as I say, I just want to build my future. It's future security, and for me to be able to see fruits of my labour for once. Right. You know, as I say, and I'm willing to work as hard as possible. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm looking at expanding all over the country. I know some are doing really, really well. But, you know, as I say, I've got a territory. If that territory provides the fruits that I'm looking for, then maybe I'd be happy. If things go well, I mean, I'd love to maybe give it another go as well and follow some of my colleagues who are expanding and moving to other areas. So I would say there's no limits, really. I'm just going to work as hard as I can.
Very good. No, that's good to hear, Paul. And of course, you don't get anything without any hard work, do you? So that's the key thing. Absolutely.
There's a lot of hard work.
Yeah. So short answer to this one, which is very simple. Now you've launched and you're sort of live and underway. How confident are you that you'll be able to hit that objective that you've just described for us?
Yes. No. It was daunting, the thought of, even though I see estate agents with me every day, I used to think, what do they need to know? I mean, the daunting things was how to value a property. And this is crazy because I actually studied estate management at South Bank University in London, where you have these books, how to value properties, but it's not the same. It's not the same out there in the real world. So there was a few really, really worrying aspects about how I would learn. But after going through this course, the course that we did, the initial course and all these supporting documents, plus having these conversations, as I've mentioned previously, it's becoming more and more, I mean, it's more and more, I feel more and more comfortable. I really do feel like I'm okay. I mean, yes, I just need to customize my approach, my pitch, and just lay my character out in front of people, my personality and character. That's more to do with anything technical, to be honest.
Yeah, very good. Well, you got a great character in yourself there, Paul, and I'm sure you'll do absolutely brilliantly. So that's nothing to worry about that, which is fantastic. So thanks very much for joining me on this video today, and
thank you.
I wish you all the very best for your business, and I'm sure we'll see more of you in the coming weeks and months as we go ahead.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.